Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Veltima Fungicide. Proven number one for the toughest corn diseases with long-lasting residual when you need to be confident your fungicide will perform. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg reporting. A couple quick programming notes and calendar reminders. Tune in tomorrow as during midday I'll be traveling to Van Wert County for the Ohio Field Leader Roadshow. We'll be at the farm of Mike and Kendra Heffelfinger. We'll talk about what the planting season's been like in Van Wert County and also the work of the Ohio Soybean Council. The Ohio Field Leader Roadshow is a project of the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff. Then coming up on Monday, powered by Soy Biodiesel, I'll be traveling down to the Pinnacle Golf Club for the Ohio Farm Bureau Foundation's golf outing. We'll be there helping to raise funds for the foundation scholarships, grants, and programs that help enhance agricultural communities and support careers in agriculture. Joining me now is Brett Margriff. And Brett, you're going to be hosting a Farmers for Soil Health field day at your farm coming up next week. Now, the registration deadline to RSVP is today. Tell us a little bit about the agenda.
I think we're going to kind of split it down two things. We're going to talk about some agronomic stuff, and we're going to talk about some grazing and livestock stuff. And so two of the main, the featured speakers, David Kleinschmidt, we've had him here before through Bird Agronomics. He's fantastic in his knowledge of the regenerative ag concepts. I think he has great knowledge in the grazing as well. And then Pete Conkle is another one who coming up from Southeast Ohio, which is going to bring a lot of the knowledge of the grazing and the pastures, and especially the native warm season species, which is something we're interested in trying to add on the farm as well.
Now, two different options for the field day. One is sort of the daytime or a morning session that runs from 9 to 2:30, or there's an evening session from 5:30 to 8. Meals provided at both, but they do ask that you RSVP by today so they can have a proper food count. You can do that by calling the Seneca County Soil and Water District at 419-447-7073, or go online to capofohio.org/meetings and reserve there. Let's get a check now of your Thursday weather forecast. This weather update brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. You can learn more online at seedconsultants.com.
Drier weather trying to emerge across Ohio here this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you. Moisture held on a little longer than we wanted in southern Ohio this morning, but everybody's going to be trying to turn out partly sunny this afternoon, and clearing continues overnight tonight. Your Friday looks absolutely gorgeous, pleasant temperatures, a mix of clouds and sunshine. The weekend may feature a few pop-up showers here and there, but big thunderstorms coming overnight Sunday night through Monday, strong to severe in the north. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after this.
Ohio farmers, we know summer means long days in the field and plenty of work still to do. And the Ohio AgNet wants to bring lunch to your farm. The Feeding Farmers contest is back this summer, and we'll be choosing farms across Ohio for a visit from the Ohio AgNet, along with free lunch for your farm, family, and crew. Get entered today at ohioagnet.com/feedingfarmers. Feeding Farmers is brought to you by Ag Revolution, Paradise Energy Solutions, Tempty, and the Ohio AgNet.
Let's check in now with Allison Kinney as she takes a look at the effective use of cover crops on Ohio farms.
When it comes to cover crops, agronomist Kara Spicer says the first step is simple: to know your goal. Whether it's erosion control, weed suppression, improving organic matter, or meeting program requirements, the goal drives everything else. Common starter options include oats, while rye and barley are popular depending on what crop follows. Growers often mix in radishes or other species to tackle compaction and boost nutrients. Spicer says custom blends can fine-tune results, but success depends on having a solid termination plan, whether it's spraying or rolling. And when it comes to timing, rain after planting matters even more than the exact seeding date. For more information, the entire article can be found at ohioagnet.com. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Allison Kinney reporting.
Thanks, Allison. Let's take a look at what's impacting the grain markets. Today's market analysis is brought to you by the Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Later today, the USDA releases its June 1 cattle on feed report, and once again, it's going to be something to watch as the placement data could throw a wild card at the market. It is believed placements will be lower in today's report, given placements in April were exponentially higher than a year ago, and the border to Mexico does remain closed, and the domestic cow herd is at a historic low. But on the other hand, there are some who believe placements could actually be higher than a year ago, simply because of the drought and the effect that has had on the nation's cattle production. Now in the grain markets, corn futures started the day lower, with December ending a fourth-day rally, and crude oil continues to fall after the signing of the temporary end to the Iran conflict and expected reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Soybean oil and soybean futures are getting pressured early today with a sharp fall in crude oil, which now has dropped over $30 a barrel with the impending ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. And wheat markets, especially Chicago, have been on an upward path lately, but are modestly weaker as they began the day. Let's get a check now of those markets, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. You can learn more online at seedconsultants.com. July corn is trading down a nickel at $4.16. July soybeans 8.5 cents lower at $11.23 1/2, and wheat for July down 6.5 cents at $6.06 1/4. June live cattle are trading down 60 cents at $255 12.5, but July hogs are up a nickel, $94.70. This is the Ohio AgNet.